Hi everybody, Dr. Joel Bischoff here again. Welcome back to the Maker Bus. Today we're going to show you how to make a maker badge. So this is a button that you can customize, you can draw whatever you want onto it, you can put your name, you can draw a picture, you can draw what you love to do the most, you can do whatever you want to do or love to make the most. And I'm going to show you how to actually make that thing out of just using a couple of pieces of paper and some things that go along with this button making machine. So let me show you what I'm doing here. I'm going to take my blank piece of paper, and your teacher is going to hand you a blank piece of paper, and I have maybe a couple of colors that you can choose from for that paper. I have yellow, I have white. And so what you're going to do is you're going to draw your design on this, but you have to pay close attention to stay inside of the extra circle that's on here. So there's a real light colored circle that's on your paper, and you have to stay inside those lines. All right? It's really important that you do that because anything that's outside the lines is not going to show up on the button itself. So what I'm going to do for mine is I'm just going to make mine like a name tag. So I'm going to put Dr. Joel Bischoff. And then down below this, I can maybe use some different colors, and I could make a design of some kind. Maybe I'm just going to draw some lines. Now again, your lines, if they go outside the circle, they're not going to show up on the actual pin, but because I'm just kind of drawing some colors here and just making some sort of a design, it's not going to be that really big of a deal. So I'm drawing some stuff, and I'm going to make a button out of this. So there's my design, and what I'm going to do is use this machine right here. Now this machine has a normal name. It's called the button press, and you'll see why in a second, but it also has a silly name. I like to call this my ka-chunk-a-chunk machine, because you'll see in a second that it makes a very unique ka-chunk-a-chunk sound. So what we have to do here is we're going to put one piece of a button in this side, and then I'm going to put my design on top of that. And then the last thing is that I have to grab one of these little clear pieces of plastic. So it's just a clear piece of plastic that goes on top of this. Now when you come onto the bus, I'm going to help you do these parts. You're going to have your design already drawn, and then you are going to help me do this part. So first thing that we do is we push this underneath, and we do the first ka-chunk. So we push that the whole way down. Now we let that come up, and it has sort of done a little bit of a disappearing act. So now what we have to do is grab one of these things called the pin back, and this piece is going to go in the other side, and we slide it over, and you'll notice that it disappeared from here. It's going to make a jump over to the other side. Now we do the second ka-chunk. Push down on that and come back up, and then before you know it, your pin has popped out on the other side. So this now has a pin back on it, and you can take that, and you could, with maybe an adult's help, you could pin that onto your shirt, or you could put it onto your backpack or your lunch bag or something like that. And that's what you're going to make here on the Maker Bus. I like to call these maker badges. So you can use them to do whatever you would like. And so that's what we're going to do as a project together on the bus. But I also want to show you a couple other cool features of this bus before I get going today. So let me show you over here. So this is the 3D printer. And I'm not sure if you've ever heard of a 3D printer before, but basically what it does is it takes plastic. Now this stuff up here is on a roll. It's a thin piece of plastic. You could think of it like of a long spaghetti strand of plastic. It's called filament. And what it does is it comes off of this spool and then comes through this tube and comes down through this thing at the top called an extruder. Now, if any of you have ever seen a hot glue gun before, maybe your parents have used a hot glue gun for crafts or to help you with a project before, this is basically like a hot glue gun that's controlled by a computer. So the extruder up here takes the plastic and then it squirts it out down here on what's called the print bed. And basically what happens is that it squirts out one whole layer of plastic on the bottom, and then it builds another layer of plastic on top of that. And it just keeps building and building and building. And by doing that multiple times for a whole bunch of different layers, it can make something that has a 3D shape to it. So this is a set of number blocks. And you may see these later in your classroom at some point, but these number blocks stack together so you can see that the number 10 is equal to the number 6 plus 4. So they all have the same height that stack together to equal up to the number 10. But anyway, what's important is that this machine, as it keeps building these layers, can build basically any shape you want. It doesn't just have to be numbers, it could be character pieces, it could be different shapes, it could be things that you learn in math class, or it could be a globe of the world, or you could just use this for fun and make things that you really like and are interested in. So this 3D printer works by squirting that plastic out through the thing called the extruder onto the print bed here and keeps building up layers by layers by layers. Now that's not a fast process though. So the real downside to the 3D printer is that it takes a long time. These numbers took over an hour and a half to print. So even something that's small enough that fits right in my hand, still can take a really, really long time to actually come out of this machine. Now, I have another machine on board here that can make something similar to this, but instead of adding material together to make something thick, it takes a piece of flat material and cuts something out. That's the laser cutter, and it's over here. So, this is the last tool that I wanted to show you. This is called the laser cutter. Now, right in the name, there's lasers. So how cool is that? The way that this machine works is you put some flat pieces of material inside the laser cutter here, and there's something called a laser tube in the back. It's this little piece back here. It's clear, it's hard to see. And basically what happens is if you take the idea that you would have a light bulb around your house, and you turn that light bulb on, the light goes everywhere, because that's kind of the point of a light bulb, is to shine around the room and get all that light up all the corners of the room and everything. But the way that the laser cutter works is a little bit differently. It takes the same amount of energy as about a normal light bulb, and instead of letting it go everywhere, it actually squeezes it down into a really, really tiny area about the size of the head of a pin. And then it points it straight down. So it hits a bunch of mirrors, and then it points it straight down on top of the cardboard that I'm cutting in this case. And what happens is that you end up with it burning through the material. So what happens is that the light energy from that laser actually burns through the cardboard, and you can see that happening right here. So this laser cutter can cut through all sorts of different materials. It can cut through plastics and wood, basically anything that burns it can cut through. Now it can't cut through metal, so we can't do anything like that with it. But that's the last tool that I want to feature here on the Maker Bus. But that's not certainly the only set of tools that we have. We have regular hand tools, we have woodworking tools, we have things to be able to build all sorts of different stuff. So as you keep coming back through the years, first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, we're going to keep working on different kinds of tools and different kinds of materials and different projects all throughout that time. So that's it for me for right now. I hope that you enjoyed this little tour of the Maker Bus, and I can't wait to come to your classroom and help you make your Maker Badge and just see all the cool stuff that you guys have been making in your classroom. Talk to you later.